Hello there. I just wanted to share some thoughts that I had on how our fears manifest because I just got back from an amazing trip. It was a lacrosse tournament for my son, but it was in the most beautiful location called Lake Placid, New York. And in the midst of the mountains and the lake and the fresh air, I had a few aha moments, and I just wanted to share those. And one of them was how our fears manifest. And it started off with a conversation that I was having with one of the moms from the team. And she was discussing, it was a long drive up through the mountains. Part of it was on, major highway, and then part of it was very rural. And she was saying that she was a country girl. She grew up in a rural area. And one of her greatest fears was getting stuck or getting stopped on the highway. And her check engine light came on in the middle of the highway of Interstate 95. And she had this fear that came up, like, what am I going to do being stuck on the highway? And she shared how one time she got stuck in a rural area and she got to a gas station and the gas station was closed. And she called the owner of the gas station, and it was in a town where she grew up. And the owner of the gas station came in, opened up the gas station, turned on the pump, and made sure she had gas. And that was her comfort zone, being in a rural area, whereas getting stuck on the 95 or a major highway just brought up a lot of fear. And I shared with her that it would never occur to me to stop at a gas station and call the owner and expect them to come and open up the gas station. And that getting stuck in a rural area is one of my fears. Whereas if I was stuck on a major highway, I would feel comfortable because there's lots of people, there's cars around, there's lights. And so it's very interesting how our experiences dictate the type of fears that we manifest, and that none of it is really real, right? I remember learning at a church retreat that one of the acronyms for fear is false evidence appearing real. And it's so true because we manifest our own fears based on our own perceptions and beliefs. And there was lots of time to manifest fears when I was in Lake Placid because there were a lot of things that I wanted to do. There was a mountain that you had to go to the top of the mountain. You could drive up to a certain point, and then you had to walk and hike a very narrow path, very steep, to get to the top. And so all types of fears came up. My fear of heights, my fear of not being able to breathe when I got to the top of the mountain, my fear of not being fit enough to hike the mountain. And I just realized, how many things do I not do because of these fears that come up, which are really false evidence appearing real? And so I had the opportunity to hike a steep area and was really surprised by how well I did. I wasn't, I was a little bit winded, but I wasn't really winded. And I missed my opportunity to go to the top of the mountain because I let some of those other fears get in the way. And so I didn't push forward to schedule it. And I really wish that I had. And I just wanted to encourage everyone to try to push past those fears and be careful of what you're manifesting. On the way to Lake Placid, we had an opportunity to stop in another very small rural town called Lake George. And we noticed a store that had lots of paraphernalia. And the paraphernalia was all around Trump and supportive of Trump and very negative towards Biden. But it was very, offensive, some of the stuff that they posted. And the boys asked, well, can they really sell this stuff? And I said, yes, they can, because we live in a country where we have freedom of speech. And I just took a video of some of the images that were being displayed because it really occurred to me that these images are a manifestation of fear. Because when I actually went up and spoke to the owner of the store, he was quite pleasant and his energy was quite approachable. And I feel like we would have gotten along just fine. And he was a great, was probably a decent human being. But the images and the things that he was selling in his store were very disturbing and very offensive to me And I feel like they were just manifestations of his fears. So how can we be conscious and more aware of what we're manifesting out of our fears and what we're manifesting out of our faith? And so I know I'm going to take the opportunity to try to be conscious and manifest more from a space of faith and less from a space of fear. And so I'll just share this brief video of some of the images that I saw in the store as a reminder of what it looks like when we manifest out of fear.
Music.
We are in the bowels of, I don't know what, the bowels of Trump mania, the bowels of delirium, the bowels of disillusionment, make-believe, and then we have some Billy gas too. Okay, we are in Lake George and we found a store that is all about Trump and all against Biden. So that's what we're doing. Family decided to come in and just see how they reacted to us. And actually they were very pleasant and they greeted us nicely. So that's very good. We appreciate that. We can have different opinions on politics, but still be cordial to one another and still greet each other pleasantly. That's all I wanted to share. Hope you guys are getting to see some beautiful places too, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.